Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to break down complex expressions. So we're going to be given these more complex expressions, and we're going to talk about them in terms of multiplication and adding and subtracting. So in example 1, it reads 2x plus 10 minus 5 times 3x. So every time we read times, I'm going to put a symbol there. So 2x plus 10 minus 5 times 3x. So I only read multiplication one time. Now, I'm going to box these terms, box moments where I add and subtract, basically. So I start with 2x, and then I start with 2x, and then I add 10. Make sure that plus is with the 10. And then I subtract 5 times 3x. So I have 1, 2, 3 groups of adding and subtracting. In this example number 2, it says 5 times 6w minus 1 times 3w plus 4 minus 7. I said times twice. So I start with 5 and I multiply it by 6w, and then I take away 1 times 3w, and then I add 4, and then I take away 7. So if you notice, every time I add or subtract, I'm going to end my previous group. So 5 times 6x, and then I saw a subtraction, so I stopped it. Times 3w, and then I stopped it because it said plus. And then I stopped it because it said minus. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So example number 3. 10 minus 5 times 6x minus 4 minus 2x times x. So that was twice. I read multiplication. I start with 10. And then I take away 5 times all of that. And then I take away 2x times x. So there are 3 groups. Example number 4. 2 times 3x plus 5. So that's the only time I read multiplication. Now, I start off with 2, and I multiply by 3x plus 4. Remember that 3x plus 4 is together, and is part of this multiplication. But then I add, so I stop there, 5. So I have 2 groups. Example 5. 4 plus 5 times 2x minus 1 minus 3. So I start with 4, and then I add 5 times 2x minus 1. And I take away 7. So I had that one multiplication, and it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 groups. Negative 1 plus 5 times x plus 4. So we're on example 6. Negative 1 plus 5 times x plus 4 minus 3 times 2x. So that's 2 multiplications. I start off with negative 1, and then I add 5 times x plus 4. And then I take away 3 times 2x. So there are 3 groups. Now if you notice, I'm adding and subtracting either regular numbers, or I'm adding and subtracting groups of multiplication. So example number 7, negative 2 times 4x minus 2 times 4x minus 1 times x plus 3 minus x. 3 multiplications. So I start off with negative 2 and I multiply by 4x. And then I take away 2 times 4x. And then I take away 1 times x plus 3. And then I take away x. There are 4 groups. Example number 8 reads 5 minus 3 times y minus 4 plus 2 times y minus 3 minus y squared plus 6. So I start off, well, that's 2 multiplication. So I start off with 5, and I take away 3 times y minus 4. and then I add 2 times y minus 3, and I take away y squared, and I add 6. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Example number 9. It reads negative y. Oh, let me undo that. Minus half times 4y minus 2. So I start off with negative y, and I take away 1/2 I take away 1/2 times 4y minus 2. There was only one multiplication, and I had 2 groups. This next one reads 9 minus 3 times negative y minus 2 times x plus 4 minus 1 times x minus 4 plus 3 times x. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplication. So I start with 9, and I take away 3 times negative y, and I take away 2 times x plus 4, and I take away 1 times x minus 4, and I add 3 times x. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Alright, our 2 last ones. So example number 11, negative 1 times 3x plus 4 minus x minus 7. 1 multiplication. So I start with negative 1 times 3x plus 4, and then I take away x, and then I take away 7. So there's 3 groups. And our last example, example number 12, 3y plus 7 times y minus 1 minus 5y squared minus 1 times y plus 3 minus 5 plus x times x. So there was 1, 2, 3 multiplications. I start off with 3x plus 7, and I multiply by y minus 1, and I take away 5y squared, and I take away 1 times y plus 3. I take away 5. I take away I add x times x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Thank you.